Okay, so two things today. When I woke up this morning, this question kept running through my mind. Like, why are you doing this? You know? And then I thought about it. Think I have a pretty good answer of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And which brought me to what my second subject will be today, which I hope to touch on, which will be money. I do want to talk about money just a little bit. So, why do I do this? Guys, my whole life I've just seen pain, and I don't feel like that's something unique. I feel like it's just become the norm in our lives. There's pain everywhere. And I wasn't allowed to turn my back to it. I was told to look at this, you know? When I think about the world around me, it's so easy to just look at what makes you feel good. It is. But when you are willing to sit down and really think about what other people are going through, guys, just feeling a little bit of empathy, just being able to put yourself in their shoes. And, I always thought putting yourself in someone else's shoes was such an easy concept. But lately I've been telling people, hey, just put yourself in their shoes. And like, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. So it's like, okay, I'll tell you how to do that then. Because for me, that's a fun thing to do. I love putting myself in other people's shoes. So when I do that, when I try to feel empathy and just understand what somebody's feeling, I honestly have to go back to a childlike mindset, that imagination, that seeing the world from a different perspective type feeling. So if I'm imagining how a kid feels when they're interacting with their parent, I put myself in the kid's shoes. Okay, I'm only 3 feet tall. I'm looking up. This person's acting some type of way. Now I'm scared and I can't move. I don't know what to do. I want to say something, but they're not listening. Like, just feeling like a kid. So then that way now, when I deal with kids, guys, I can feel empathy. Okay, I'm not going to talk to you like that because it makes you scared. Even though that's not my intent, it makes you scared. And if you're scared, you're not going to listen. You're going to survive. Fight, flight, or freeze. I don't want everybody to fight, flight, or freeze. I want people to talk. So when I think about the world, like, guys, I do think about the sex trafficking a lot. I'm always thinking about the women and the children in these basements having drugs pumped into them just so that they can be compliant so that somebody can make money off of them. I think about that. I think about the people in prison camps who didn't do anything except for be born into the wrong family. And that the only reason that the person is in there in the first place is because they said something that somebody didn't want them to say. I think about these things all the time. I think about the people being attacked because they just want to keep their freedom and someone's telling them you don't have the right to be free. I think about the child soldiers in Africa. You guys, I think about the ones starving. Like, every time I eat anything, I'm so grateful because I know that it's a privilege to eat these days. Guys, there's people starving everywhere, and I'm sorry, I'm tired of only thinking about myself and how I'm going to benefit and how I'm going to move forward. Doesn't make me feel good when I'm really sitting and being like, okay, cool, I have everything, and I'm hoarding it. So the only thing I really can do is just talk about what I'm seeing. I can't save the world. But maybe if I can touch your heart, you can save the world. If I can touch the heart of the people who are taking these people and selling them, if I can touch your heart and be like, you don't have to do that. And you're just like, I don't have to do that. And then you could take the appropriate steps and the appropriate actions to stop doing that. Just trying to get people to see that, the stuff we're doing is unnecessary, totally avoidable, and it is unacceptable. I refuse to accept it. I radically accept it, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do something to try to make it stop, guys. So that brings me to the second part of money, okay? With money, I started to find myself feeling It was a weird cycle, okay? I would make all this money doing what I was doing, working, whatever my job was, I was making this money. And then when I had it, I didn't feel bad, but I felt like this could go to something better. So I found myself giving away a lot of money. All the time. All the time. When people were with me and I saw a homeless person, like, I would just give them everything that I had, guys. The sweater off my back, my hat, my money, my whole wallet. Like, go get yourself a hotel room. Like, I would do that, and people would be like, you're such a good person. It's like, no, it's not that. I'm not trying to make myself feel good about this. But that guy, it's winter. He's cold. He's got nowhere to sleep. Withdrawn off whatever he's on. Like, just feeling a little empathy. I wouldn't want to feel like that. If I felt like that, I'd want somebody to please help me. So when I think money, it's I was working to make money, to give money, because somebody was hurting because of money. It was a strange cycle. So when I really sat down to think about it, I was like, okay, people seem to look at money as if it is an entity, a person, has power. Like, it seems like that's how people are seeing it. I mean, talking about giving corporations the right to vote. I'm sorry, what? Money's not a person, okay? So, but if people are going to look at it like that, that's how I was going to look at it. So when I thought about it, if I had a boss, right? And obviously I worked for this boss, did what they told me to do. That way they wouldn't let me go. I wouldn't lose it. And I found out that this boss just goes home and beats everybody in their house, abuses people, kills people, like the extreme. Like, if I found out that my boss was doing that, would I keep working for them? No, guys. And it's not because I'm judging them, but because I will not support your bad habits. I will not support money's bad habits. There's so many other ways to earn your living. Sure, I eat less, guys. I eat way less, and not because I feel bad that I have food, but it's just I don't need that much food. Okay? So I eat less, and I'm more grateful. I have shelter, which I work for in a different way. I do it by just being there for people. If people are grateful for you, they're gonna help you survive. Alright, so that's how I found my living, guys. It's just be there. But I'm not gonna keep working for a boss just to stop that boss from his actions. Money. If a sex trafficker just made X amount of dollars off kidnapping and selling this person, okay, and now they're feeling kind of hungry, so they go to McDonald's. I'm working at McDonald's. They spend this money to get a hamburger. Cool, and now I earn my paycheck off of somebody else's pain. Alright, and now I realize this, so now I'm going to go spend this money to try to help people who are in these sex trafficking rings. It's just a vicious cycle, and I'm tired of doing it. Gotta cut that. Gotta cut that power. That's where I'm standing with this right now. Having money felt good, guys. The big numbers in the bank account, it felt good because I felt safe. That no matter what happened, I could just pay my way out of this. I may have felt safe, but I felt dead inside. I have no money now, and I feel more alive than ever. Again, in one of my past videos, I said I refuse to let anything control me. And that's money, too. I'm not going to let it control me. So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I don't care about your money. That's why you don't have to pay me to do this. Which is pretty cool, because if you decide to take the money from me to make me stop doing this, it's not going to affect me. Because that's not my game. So, sounds like I'm needed. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you're happy. I hope you're content. Have a good one.